today's topic is about, again, a lot of things that we don't love to talk about in the personal development, coaching, spiritual space, but that I love to talk about because I love the taboo and I love the things that actually create transformation within ourselves. So today we talk about emptiness, empty space, letting go, saying no, making the hard choice when it's the right choice, and all that jazz. So buckle up, because today I bring you on a journey with me of going into the things that are so scary yet so courageous. Welcome back to the channel, my loves. My name is Lika. I'm a coach and a mentor, and I help you live a more empowered, sexy, pleasurable, aligned life. Today's topic is about the process of letting go, the process of making room for exactly what you desire when your life is already full. You have a few symptoms of that to know if your life is full, and you need to let go, and you need to pivot, and you need to transform, and you need to let something die in order for something new to be born. The symptoms of that are often, usually, at least in my own experience, feeling burned out, feeling sick, feeling completely confused and bombarded with ideas and just not knowing what to do, and just feeling this overall feeling of misalignment, of not feeling like yourself. And you can feel very much like yourself and still struggle, but you know you're on the right path. Or you can feel like, hey, my life is great, yet I feel off. I feel like something is not quite right in my body. And I'm gonna invite you today with my stories and with my perspective to dive into that and to create the space necessary in your life. Or if it's not for now, chances are that it will come at some point in your life where you need that emptiness, where you need to make room for something new to be born. I really love this quote of like, in order for something new to be born, something else has to die. And I feel like along my personal journey, I had so many different lives and so many different experiences. And in order to have all this diversity of and this richness of experiences that, gave me so much wisdom, so much empowerment, and made me who I am as a person today, I feel like I had to let go a ton. Like I really had to let go time and time and time again. When I'm talking about letting go, I'm talking about putting some friendship to rest. I'm talking about letting go of stuff, like physical, material stuff. Like the number of times where I moved to another city or another country and I just gave up most of my stuff behind. Or you have to let go even of habits or ways of thinking. And sometimes you have to let go of projects and stuff that you put a lot of energy into, and suddenly it doesn't feel aligned anymore, and you just know that it's time for something new, but it's so hard to let it go because you've spent like maybe 6 years working on a project, working on a business, working on, building something for yourself, and you invested like your time, your energy, your money, your love into something, and suddenly you have to let it go. This video is for you, and it's for you to empower you and to show you that it's not only possible, but it's also extremely fulfilling. And it's a video of faith and trust. This is also a part of the feminine qualities. Knowing that your intuition knows better. My whole thing throughout the years for my personal journey and everything I ever taught to private clients or online is really about being as true to ourselves as possible. Truth is ever evolving, ever changing, and it's so personal. I don't believe in like one universal truth. I believe in so many different truths. As many different truths as there are human beings on this planet. What I believe to be true in my experience is going to be different for what you believe to be true. We may have some overlapping stuff, obviously, and that's probably a reason you're listening to this video. I'm like, I don't know if I'm on a podcast or if I'm on a YouTube video. Okay, but this is, I lost my thread of thought. pregnant brain. What if it's sharing? Oh my God, when it happens, it's so hard because when it disappears from my brain, it disappears from my brain. I'm not even kidding. Like, I cannot. Who am I? Okay, I lost my thread of thought. But anyway, I'm going to try to come back full circle, which is also the name of my podcast. Okay, making room, emptiness, letting go. In my life, I had so many moments where I had to do that. And every time it was a scary leap. But I've always felt brave enough to do it. And I know a lot of people are not as comfortable with the unknown. And I'm not comfortable with the unknown as well. Like, I'm like either. I'm not comfortable with the unknown at all. Like, really not. Like, it scares me. But I don't know, I have this ability to like know and to feel brave enough inside of me to like go and face that kind of discomfort. I feel like in my life, even though I really don't like discomfort, I've always been brave enough to face it and to embrace it because I know that on the other edge of discomfort is growth. And you probably heard that many, many times. But today, I want to empower you to make the right choice. The choice that just feels right for you. And when you are bombarded and surrounded with people that have extremely different lives, let's say they have more conventional life, and you're going after a very unconventional life. That's what I've done. I was born in France, in a small town. You know, my parents are not entrepreneurs. They're not into spirituality or personal development at all. They don't understand what I do. None of my high school friends do. Like, I had no one from my background who had the life I wanted. Or should I say, I was more willing to go after this life than most people. Because some of my friends from high school and stuff, they could see people online. They could see on Instagram the amazing lifestyle they wanted. But I was like, I'm going after it. Like, no matter what it takes, I'm going after my dreams. And I'm going to go travel the world. And I'm going to go and teach what's on my heart. And I'm going to go and share my passion with the world and create more wellness in the world. Like, I've always wanted to work in the wellness space because as soon as I started my own journey and I've seen the transformation in me, I was like, oh my God, this is way too precious to not share it. And I've always knew that I was meant to do that. And I felt like on my path for a very long time, even when nothing was working out for me. Even when it's hard, even when it's extremely challenging, even when I'm so depressed, even when I'm like crushing down and breaking down completely, entirely, I've always had the feeling of like being on the right path. Not always, but as soon as I started my journey, I just knew it. And that's what I want for everyone. And sometimes this journey is going to bring you into weird places where you will have to let go of experiences or friendships or connections or stuff you invested yourself in. And I feel like those are the hardest, at least in my personal opinion and experience. When I was teaching yoga for many years, and I was teaching yoga during COVID online to one-on-one private clients. It was my main source of income. And I was also doing coaching. So I was doing private coaching and I was in the beginning stages of building online programs as well. And I remember at some point it just didn't feel right anymore to teach yoga. And I was like, oh my God, but I've loved doing it. I'm so close to my clients and it's my main source of income. But now the universe, God, or this inner guidance that I have in my body is telling me like, stop it. You have to let it go. And I didn't know what was on the other side of it. So when you are about to make the decision, there is nothing on the other side. There is just that fear of like, am I just insane? Am I just crazy? Why do I feel like doing it now? But deep down it felt aligned and it felt right. It didn't necessarily felt good in the moment to do it. So that's why I also invite you to not only do the things that feel good and you have this inner compass, your intuition, that gut feeling to yes, follow that. But sometimes it's not going to necessarily feel good, but it's going to feel right. You will have no doubt in yourself that it's exactly what you're meant to do. And I'm faced with those kind of challenges again and again and again. Today in my life, I have the same thing. As I'm recording this video, that will be published way later from the recording time, but as I'm going through that, I'm faced with one of those decisions again. But it's so scary because, again, like, it's linked to money, it's linked to my security, it's linked to like, oh my God, how am I gonna support myself? But then I'm looking at the life of everyone else that I've listened to and all those opinions that I've had in my head. You know, I'm thinking, is it what I want? Do I want a safe life, or do I want to risk it all? Do I want to take risks but be rewarded of living my life to the fullest and living a life that is true to me? And understanding that I get to respect everyone else's choice as well as respecting my own choices. That's something I work with my therapist at the moment, because again, I felt like I had to let go of so much, and I'm still like always continuously having this process of alchemization, letting something die, making room for something new, something that is a bit more aligned, a bit more real to me, a bit truer to me. And that is a very scary journey. It's a very humbling one too. And I want to keep on sharing this journey with you very transparently, because this is so empowering. When you make that choice and that decision and you're like, oh my God, I have to let go of this relationship, I have to let go of that job, I have to let go of this habit, I have to let go, and you're holding on to it because it's all you know right now, and you really don't know what's happening next. I just want you to take a deep breath, and in that deep breath, relaxing your body and trusting yourself. I'm also not inviting you to make completely unreasonable choices, just as a disclaimer. But I am for sure inviting you to live your life to the fullest, to know that this one life is so precious and your dreams are so precious and they have been placed in you for a reason. So keep on believing in those dreams and be the example you wish you had. That's what I'm doing with myself right now. It's like, what do I want to pass down? What is my legacy? How do I want to inspire people? I get to be the embodiment of that. Like, who's gonna fucking trust me if I'm like, yeah, go be brave? Like, I coach people. I was about to say on a daily basis, but no, I haven't had a one-on-one client in a long time. But which is the whole point of all those videos. But I've coached people to follow their dreams, to find that strength and to hold them to that potential when it was super scary. And I get to do that with my own self, which is very scary, but also very exciting. Hopefully this video today inspired you to believe in yourself and to not be afraid of the emptiness. The emptiness is the void, is the empty womb from which life is being created. You cannot create anything new and refreshing in a place. Imagine your space is like cluttered. You have so much clutter, you have so much stuff, so much baggage from all the years and all the places you've been, and you just like to have stuff. I'm like that. I love to have my stuff now. You know, I've been letting go of so much. Now I'm like, I like my stuff a little bit. But I try to always not have too much stuff, even physically in my environment, because, you know, the outside is the reflection of the inside and vice versa. But imagine a space that will be filled with so much stuff that you just cannot see clearly anymore, and at some point you're at full capacity, you cannot hold more. So in order to have something new, what needs to die in your life right now? That could be a relationship, that could be even a style, like get rid of some clothes and change your style. That can sound so silly, but embodiment is really about that. Choose who you want to be now and what needs to die because it's not in alignment with who you want to be. It sounds so simple, and trust me, it isn't. But also trust you, because you are much, much braver and stronger than you think. I swear. Anyhow, I hope that you enjoyed this video today. I hope it was empowering enough for you to go and follow those dreams and let go of what no longer serves you. And if you need help and support in navigating any of life changes, I do offer one-on-one coaching. So if you want to go on a call with me, you can check the link down below and we will book a discovery session for us to connect and see if we are a right fit for each other. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day and I wish you a beautiful, beautiful life.